Yo, what's up, people? This is Shelvon with Gaming and Culture TV. I've been hearing a lot of stuff about Microsoft's acquisition of Activision. A lot of it in the extremes, this is the end of all gaming. And from the Xbox side, this is about owning Sony. Which amazes me is the people who think that Sony, Microsoft, and Nintendo all have the same strategy when it comes to games. They don't. Sony kind of needs to sell PlayStations to because it's basically the only thing anybody really buys from Sony. Microsoft is trying to be Netflix, so if they sell consoles, great, but they're really more interested in selling Game Pass, which Phil Spencer has said on basically numerous occasions. Anybody who thinks that Microsoft is not pleased at the direction Xbox is going in, they have, I think, 30 million active subscribers. So you're looking at, on average, $10 a month from those people. It's like $300 million every month for just sticking games on Game Pass. And this is just going to add a bunch of games to Game Pass, making more people want to sign up. So all this talk about how Xbox is losing, it depends on what they're actually trying to do. So, there's a couple articles I want to check out, and there's actually a trailer that Microsoft put out. So we're gonna check that out first, and then get into the articles. All right, so let's get into this. All right, let's get this started.
There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. There's a bright golden haze on the meadow. The sounds of the earth are like music.
Call of Duty.
All the sounds of the earth are like music.
All right, so this is all the stuff that's actually on Game Pass right now.
So, this is home now.
Home. Family.
That's cute.
Oh, what a beautiful morning. Oh, what a
We need an army.
I can get us an army.
I got a beautiful vision.
That don't like Secura.
Everything's going my way.
Was that active? Was that an Activision game?
It's about time. We're a team. All of us. No one fights alone.
I'll follow you from here on out.
All right, that was pretty good. There are certain things in there that people should be kind of excited about, because there's a bunch of Activision games that Activision didn't want to put out for whatever reason. Like so World of Warcraft 3, I think. The 3. But it was like sequels that for whatever reason they never put out. They showed Prototype, which people wanted another, like they wanted another sequel to, which they never got. For all the folks who are complaining about this and complaining about Activision as a company in general, this should actually leave you somewhat optimistic, I guess. All right, so the first one of the first articles that I saw, this was on IGN's site. This is about how they acquired Activision and Blizzard for like $69 billion. It says that it's the biggest buyout in video game history, and the fact that they expand their first party offerings to basically bring in all the stuff for Activision. So should be good. Like I said before, this should be interesting. a lot of people are upset because they think that Microsoft is going to pull Call of Duty off of PlayStation, which is kind of crazy considering how they didn't really do that with anything else that they acquired. Like when they bought Bethesda, they honored the deals that Bethesda made with Sony. So I think there was 2 games that they put out that were exclusives that didn't come on Xbox. So they actually honored that. So I can't, and they did that with Minecraft. Minecraft is basically on everything. So I can't imagine why Microsoft would actually change policies. Because, well, one, Microsoft as a whole generally does not need to rely completely on Xbox to stay afloat because they make enough money with Windows and everything else that they put out, like the Surface. They make a lot of money with that. So, like I said before, this is about Game Pass. So if you're a PC gamer, you should be very happy because that means they're going to really expand what's on Game Pass on the PC too. They're going to put these, like a lot of these games on there, but it's not going to be quick. So probably within like the next year or so. I think Diablo 4 and Modern Warfare 3 is probably going to be on there maybe sometime in the next summer. I would think maybe when there's a new Call of Duty coming out or not coming out. So that will get people geared up to get into the next Call of Duty. It's going to increase the amount of games that they have. I think in this article, they bring up one of the things that has made its subscription growth is slowed. Microsoft has lost the console war. It seems to be like a common narrative because it's like, I think they're selling more consoles than they did before. So like the previous one, or they're like right along there. I'm not sure. Phil Spencer seems to be genuinely happy with how everything is going. I don't know, maybe that's PR speak or whatever. So I don't know. But now the acquisition will close. The focus will turn to real commercial application of this deal in the broader market, says Piers Harding Rolls, a research director of games at Empire Analysis. Clearly, this strengthens Microsoft's gaming positions, open up potential Game Pass, and based on their active users' data, it means it will challenge EA as the most popular publisher across PlayStation and Xbox combined. Like the workers are happy with their new corporate overload, and they're getting rid of this Bobby Kotick that everybody seems to hate. I don't really pay that much attention to the ins and outs of a lot of these corporations, but he seems to be a genuinely like terrible person. But that's what a lot of these CEOs of a lot of these corporations, especially in the gaming space, seem to be. Like EA and like what's just happened with Unity and all that stuff. It's difficult to envision much of the rest of the senior leadership remaining. Yeah. So they're probably going to just clean house. All right. In order to appease the regulators, Microsoft had to sell off its cloud gaming rights to Ubisoft. The UK's Competition and Markets Authority had expressed concern that Microsoft would gain too strong a foothold in this nascent market. They had bought Activision Blizzard, as Microsoft weakened its position in cloud gaming in exchange for Activision Blizzard. Harding Rose said that is unlikely. While Microsoft has put a lot of focus on how streaming of games will allow it to reach a broader audience, the commercial reality of the cloud gaming market and the slow adoption of this distribution technology means that carving out of Activision's game streaming rights is unlikely to damage the company. Which is true, considering how a lot of people don't have the internet access that you kind of need to make that like streaming a game less like an ideal thing, because you're going to get a lot of lag. And that's why the Google thing really didn't take off, because I think this is eventually going to happen, I think. But right now it's just a little too soon for all of this. So I think they probably figured that out. It's like, all right, this is not going to happen now. So we can get rid of this little thing and I don't know. Hopefully, when it does happen, it won't bite them in the butt. But you never know. These are the decisions that you have to make now, and you just kind of hope for the best. All right. There's another angle to this buyout, one that has flown under the radar. Even when the deal was subject to the most intense scrutiny from regulators, Microsoft doesn't just not own Activision Blizzard, it also owns King, maker of one of the biggest mobile games in the world, Candy Crush. Their mobile efforts have failed to make an impression so far. I'm not that big on mobile games. I know a lot of people play them, but most of them seem to be kind of trash. Like it's like they're trying very hard to squeeze as much money out of you as they possibly can. So I don't know. Alrighty, and the other article that I was looking at. Okay, so I think if one of these they gave a list of the games that they've acquired. One of this one is dead. So I don't know. It's probably the same thing. Whether or not this is a good or a bad thing, I don't know. We'll see. So hopefully it is. Having this owned by a company that makes so much money in other areas, and which means that they can put more of a focus on gameplay and not so much of squeezing as much money out of you as they can. So the future will tell. All right. So thanks for checking this out with me. Please do all the YouTube stuff, the like, share, and subscribe and all that fun stuff. So peace.